The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and/or opinions of the Ollah7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, compliments of the new season, everybody. Salbonani, Tumelangli, Korimini. Welcome back to Life and Stuff Podcast. I know we haven't been around for the past 2 weeks, but we are back again and we are geared up for the new year. And of course, the best way to start off this Life and Stuff Podcast, this 2025, just to show you that this year we mean business. We mean serious business. Tonight, yeah, it's a Sunday and I'm sure you all went to church. And tonight, I get to speak to my boss. We are turning up the vibe right here on Life and Stuff. And today we get to speak to a true media powerhouse. Yeah. From ruling the airwaves at Star FM to owning the digital space with Ollah7 podcast. His voice you cannot ignore. Not just a radio legend, he's an award-winning journalist, an events MC, a trendsetter, and an all-round motivational force. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. All right. So definitely get ready for some epic stories, hilarious moments, and of course, a few surprises along the way. Now I'm sure now you know who I'm talking about. Tonight, I get to sit down and have a chat with the one and only Owen Madondo. I know you all know him as Ollah7, but yeah, his real name is Owen Madondo. Toti Magadinere.
Magadi, sure, Magadi.
How are you doing? Tinofala kana mchifala.
No, indiri boss good.
Akasmas Kenya akazurufamba seya.
Kasmati. Unowezeka weekend. I'm always kashinji midweek during the week nilekalo masud chi. So weekend it's time for casual. Yeah. So many thanks to Bachelor's Republic and for me. Yeah.
Semona angane successful event.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm so honored to be sitting here with you because for me, I think I met you Kukosa.
Yeah.
That was like 2020.
Yes.
Right, and I was telling you for some reason I thought you were in Debele because of the name that you used.
Yes.
Can you speak Debele though? That's the first word everyone says when you ask them, can you speak Debele?
Because I'm not fluent in Debele.
But you can understand.
I can understand Debele, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because of my friends, most of them are in Debele. So, yeah, one or two words I can just exchange here and there.
Udlile namhla.
Yeah.
Udleni.
Nandos.
Well done. So obviously, before we get into the serious stuff here on Life and Stuff, we try to make you feel comfortable. So we play a game with you.
Okay.
So we're going to play a game with you. You have been a radio person for the longest time, so this one is definitely going to be easy for you.
You'll be surprised.
Because you literally know music. We cannot.
Okay.
So we're going to play, I don't know what to call this game, but I'm going to hum part of a song, then you tell me which song it is. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. The first one.
Come again? That's Cinemakosa. Yeah, Cinemakosa.
Yes, it is. Les Wanika.
That's my that was like the easiest one because that's my favorite song.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, it's my favorite song. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's that one. Okay. The second one.
She's somewhere.
I think I'm making this easy. I think I'm making this too easy for you, right?
No, it's not easy. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Next one. Guys,
no, come again. I'm lost.
It's a Sungura song.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Madau Awunya.
Oh.
Yeah, so you lost one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I know
Alright.
you got me on that one.
Hey, the next one. You can't.
I better can't.
Okay, it's a Nigerian one.
Nah, no, I'm lost.
You can.
Nah, I'm lost.
She's on fire. Eh.
So I got what? Three,
You
12.
you got 3. Yes, you got 3. So now we're giving you the last one.
Okay.
Last one.
Okay.
This one is in Zimbabwe, and you should know.
No, I know the song is close. Hey man, it's close. It's close. Hey, just help me, man. It's close, man. It's close. No, I know this song.
It's very close.
Very close. This one I know. How?
Mind if I give you a name, you will know.
Give me a clue.
The guy, Ani Rasta. A guy in Basong.
How?
You know, get an agenda Nenyiga song.
Hey, that's Turkey vibes.
Yes.
Yeah, Turkey, yeah, and then you got
Yes.
yeah, it was close, but I was like, yes, that's Turkey vibes.
So,
Maybe, yeah. I probably I know all the songs, but the thing Jadon Juju, it could be your voice in a Discord, I think.
It's a lie. It's a lie. Discord me.
Yeah.
I can.
But
you did well. You got 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Yeah.
No, thanks. At least. At least. I had to fix.
So, which are some of your favorite songs that you used to play on radio?
On radio, favorite song. You know, it depends in my years. Because it wasn't like one favorite song through and through. Maybe Gorilla Kati, Faraya Kati. I remember there was a time Pandandri is so much in love with this song. Maybe it's because of interview. I don't know what's happening now.
Today you're the one on the spot.
Yeah. Zangondita so. Yes. There's a time uti ndaitange song yoyoka ndaitanga rakabhadhara kuiridza on radio.
Mama to na madam erengo yacho.
Yeah, I think ndana madam.
Saka it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but ndaisairidzwa as in for me kuti ndikuzviridzira chichi no, but I just love the song. Then there was a time when ndaifarira song ya Excuse. Daf Correra. Yeah. XQ appearing. So right. I love the way XQ does his things. He finds his way. And you know, and for me, Andra song okay. I love all his songs.
So that means you've experienced different generations of Zimbabwean music.
Yeah.
Are we getting better? Would you prefer music yo?
Depends with the genre.
Okay.
Urban grooves, yes, they are refining it. Now, hip hop. kudhara taiti tine urban grooves because I think madhara vakatanga time iyoyo ana makalima, you know, those you know, the producers and stuff vanga vasingade kunyanyoiti hip hop.
Okay.
You know, they would kuti tise twinesta redu rekuZimbabwe ratinotanga isoti urban grooves, something like that. But right now I think you have to fine tune one team to make it, you know, modern. Sungura, I love Sungura, but I'm a little bit disappointed. The guys are maybe about innovative enough or creative enough. They seem to be copying each other. This one, I'm going to say, reverser. You know, after a song, the next day one, even the same person would just tell a song, go ragati, ongo change my guitar mchana, always among my lyrics. So I think God creative. By now, I think I'm shooting about change the sound of Sungura, but I think by now, Sungura, if I happen anyway level, we even in South Africa, so to find out on South Africa, Jambaji, Sungura, because there is Amapiano. Amapiano is not even 10 years old. Amapiano. If we had to count correctly, Makore, probably we just talk about 4 or 5 years, or maybe 6 years. Amapiano. No, actually 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. But Gom, Gom, Amapiano, Queta House, Kwaito, you know, all these genres. I don't know about evolve, right? Yeah, you Kwaito, you got Pindam House, you got Pindam Gom, you got Pindam Gom, Amapiano, you know, Panica evolve, time, and the music is so we vibe. Music in South Africans more than
our own music. That's
our own music, because it was by Gina Kids. You don't want to listen to a Sungura song. It was latest, but it sounds like a 1980 song. I don't know, but I love Sungura. So it's not like it's an insult to Sungura musicians. I know I've got a lot of friends with Sungura. You know, me that's a lot of friends. This is not an insult, guys, but I'm just being honest.
Why are you explaining yourself?
I know those are done, but I'm just like. Ndilauti ndikatera song ingainzwi kuti inyowana to an extent that song inofana kuti ibude mboda haifana kuperera pana Limpopo itodzoka kuno so that even mavenda can't even dance to your song inofana to cross amaborder so that Botswana fana kwa itamba Masungura gatone DJs gatone Black Coffee achitamba Sungura achiridza ari ku Brazil. Let's see that.
Anyway, thank you. Say tuzatka kupai mic. All right, now let's get into Owen Madondo.
Yeah.
Right. You grew up in Rukweza, Nyazura.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And now you are in the big city doing the thing. So tell us how you grew up.
Wow. It's a long story, but I'll try to make it short. So I grew up with my grandmother. Mama wangu wakanibereka, tikagara na momzi yangu. Moms and Mtarango were separated. They separated while young. I don't know their reasons. So and after their separation, my mom had to look for a job. You know, then as a maid somewhere. So life wasn't good. Then my grandmother took me to her custody to Nichi for so many years. Because between 9 and 11 months, according to matara obviously tongora mudikistere gitaro kurumurisa mukaka kuti mama wambo nomanya mai kuti mabasa nechi. So I started staying with my grandmother ku Harare ku St Mary's ku Chitungwisa. Then my grandmother, when she decided to now relocate to Nogara Kumusha, I moved to Nagogo Nogara Kumusha. Ever since then kushika da quit a Form 2. That was about 2003, 4. 04. 04, yeah. Ndivanazo move a manch 05 to Harare. Yeah, no, 06 kwa Harare. Mandazo ya kwa Harare ndakta Form 3 pazengeza high 1 kuchitungwiza ndandagara na mama wangu then.
Okay.
Yeah. Kusika ndazo pedza chikoro. Then yeah.
How was the transition from kugara nagogo kunogara namama? Because vanhu vanogara nagogo muneka kujaidza kamunako mune muchiitiswa.
Seri zvangu ndakatori madzwa. Because tagara tiri 2 nagogo kumusha. My sisters sometimes would come here and there during some holidays, school holidays. Vachidzokera kwarare. So kujaidzwa kwangu ndikuti gogo unoziva kana uchikora uri kumusha. Sometimes vakabika every time, not sometimes, every time she cooks. I want to see kasadza angadai kemanhiri vanosiya makuseni dzikachadya kamunya karamuka mwana wangu tozomuisira futi time then time mumbo wadya gare kwangu ndowane kanzara gogo dani nzara ini wanzi tora chakati chiri pakati chichivizwa unenge kuti zviri kupa 10 saka kuzoya kuharare manje ka vakura futi vati kurei apa wajara kumboyemedzwa kumusha chichi kwarare kwane rimwe mafia ka haudisiri wega ukangori first and last ka boni ikoko manje kunoku azviite kunenge wapfana kwauri. So now we have to quickly change and adapt to the situation inenge iri background. So the transition was good but not really good.
It took some time for you
to adjust. Yeah.
So with everyone who's come to Harare, we all have our story of welcome to Harare.
Yes.
Do you have that?
Ooh. I had a bad experience in town.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. One of these days, I remember it was in 2009. So, ndakapinda town. Some friend akandituma kundotora mari yake yemabusiness aita zvinhu zvake zvokutengesa chichichi. Ndobva nditi pane shop ine mari yangu wandakasiya staff. I wanted to go there unotora mari yangu about $40. So ndikati okay, no, that's fine. Ndichaenda notora mari yacho. Ndobva ndondisiya mtown iya aenda somewhere kwazvimbo. Ndanotora mari iya ya $40 iya ya mtown. I don't forget that story. Ndobva ndatora $40 iya. Ndandine trouser kamka jean kangu so kakane tumwe tudiki twa small pockets. Bandaisa kamari kangu bai muhomwe mia zvakanaka nika phone kangu ndinako kuside kuna Cameroon.
Kakarika phone kerudzi
Nokia, I think 1100 or something. Yeah. Ndakafona kana ndinako. Then ndakaka some phone ndande mari ku left ka phone ku right. Pana Cameroon na Charter Road. Ya kunzi Fidel Castro now. Ndakato I don't know how these guys notice kuti mfana uyu akati dzima tonas. I don't know how they notice kuti munhu arato mutswa. Vanangotu timatoreka. And they seemed kuti vanhu vatori honest and faithful. No guy vananguri saying I'm good chichi paka 1. Akarwa worksuit. Zvebasa just safety shoe. Shama uda basa iri chaba. Peace job but I think 30 minutes over baba ndipoka mari kakuchi. So udanika 50 kako. About iri nderechi but ndatonga ndatonga 50 40 yemunhu ina handina yangu tori yekombira se.
Yekinamba.
Nditoda zvakanzira pande basa rero ndiri kurongedza ma uniforms mu shelves. Ma uniforms vana chikoro mu shop iri papa. Uda diri. Bo. Zvanzi kanza apa tiri washoma. Uri 1 padati mute se mu 1. So those guys want to ask I think on such a plan. So that's fine. Papa doke paringo puro mwe balance these guys aba mwe wao blaz muri say ndiri bo chichi muri right. Zvanzi saka ningirikini muda basa. Zvanzi rechi ando atomboramba no chichi kanza iwa mkoma ndezo ma 2 minutes on that it's okay fine. I'm going to 5 I think it's okay. Wamove wauya wachingoda the same skill ro achibvuma to 1 ta 5 apa munadauro wachi i1 amanga matsotsi esa akaita katotsa gobasa. Wow. So this guy sakupinda but amudiwe mari. Don't challenge because remember ndezi mu shop most mapa mari or something like that but zvinoda kuti ndezoti toisa mari dzenyu ma envelope tokupai mwanyora mumboisa muhomwe maisa muhomwe musabuditsa isai paka kana mukati chemchema ndizika then patinozopinda mushop patinopedza deal mozita se modzosera mari dzenyu katano that's fine. Ndobva ati unzai mari dzacho wobuditsa mari yawo wopa uyu yeswa envelope wobuditsa mari yawo yeswa envelope indabuditsa yemunhu ye $40 yeswa envelope ichitonyorwa zita saka paunopiwa envelope unopiwa isiri yako but amene unozi chinja sei okay isai pakanaka chi.
You're not given chance yokutarisa.
Yeah, but chisai bai mumwe no that's fine. Ndirizo mukati chichi mukashotike mukati ndavara zipi yangu bobo kan right. Chimira panapo. Anditika. So ugenuine wacho aone kuti mufeso itsotsi pakuti haana envelope yaanotora. This guy is just ari kuinitiate deal. Mo madzoserwa maenvelope enyu mese uvati handimendisani mari yakanditi pana sina envelope yake handimura chinhu. So that guys chimira pana ndinotaura ngati ndanachi ndawana vanhu vangu 5 kuti mutange basa just now. So anobva apinda nepakapinda napo. So inati ndinoti mukoto akutoenda apana kana shop panga komisa nechekukona. So vanopinda mikoto yemutano inoti inoza panosangana mabuildings pakati papa inobuda nekuroad kuseri. Mfesa vati cha tamira almost 15 minutes. Kata boys pachine basa panotanga 1 wavo kuramwa deal. Guys indikuenda mbari pane pandokumhanyira. Mfesa achadzokero wadaenda kutoenda alibva kuti da akadaina uko anditi tasara ta 4 umobva kuti ini ndikuona ngepasa chiri kumuka obva ati da ingeti boys basa ini ndikutori dai rakwandiri kuenda basa ndikuita boys pakashata enda yenyu wana nema opposite direction.
Ngasingazivani.
Uye abuda umwe ndakasara ndiri 1. Saka ndakasara ndakastika asi ndakasara 35 minutes to 40 minutes. Ndikazoti basa ndikuri dai. Ndazoti du ngati abati vese uya achadzoki. Chirega ndimomutera paita sei? Paita napo. Tipa ndo unongoti mkoma chuya ikititenge pachine basa ero zame. Pandiri kuenda. Ndikona hapana shop yechi ima uniform. Ndakubvunza vanhu vari mushope panext ngati ivi pane mfesa ati panapa mushope ndavoveza ba uniform. Vanhu vangavata kuti pukati kuseka zvavari kuita papa. Kuruma kusengeko ndokunzwa akapfeka worksuit nyowani nemaseri kanza aiwa matsotsi ngati chirudzi andaya matsotsi chichichi ngati alright kana ari matsotsi chega nditise ndenda hangu padeni asana funga zvemari ngati mari yangu ndinayo kai kada akabai padeni ndazobuda mushopi yachidzi pato nemukoto atoenda munhu yeye ngati alright ndabva ndazoti ndapa robot patraffic light repana Chata na Julius Nyerere. Ndanotsvaga makombi angu kuchitungwiza ndakufunga mari yekombi. Ndabudza ningirire muhomwe. Ndabudza kaenvelope kapai muhomwe. Kati ndivurike mari yangu ye. Ndikuvura. Ndora makazara mabhera check mvezo. Mabhera check. I'm like what? Irini darowa check chirodzi chadonera chichaitika pana. Makataka dzungu kekuti ndifuri mari haisi yangu. What am I going to say kumuridzi wemari? Achani believe here diriri kuti ndichi ndachigwe envelope. Ndikuongochera zvime envelope nguva ine mari yangu mutauri. I'm like asha. Ndakataka kupenga ndega ndiva robot bebe apa achiga yaka anchisangana nemari yekuenda kumba. Ukona dhiri racho manje pakwadoka kwakumba time. Ndakadzokera kuna Chata kuya. Ndakaita benzi kutsvaga first ndikava munhu wemuruzi fesi yaidiri chaka mane worksuit like koma fesi aya ndambosangana nawo ayaya zvikundirambira handana kuvaona vanazofunga dhiri vanazoenda Gringo the late may he so rest in peace mufesi wangu akari mufesi wangu zvotodaro kana mukoma kuzvaika panapa ndazoita ndarohwa mari yemunhu so iwe warohwa neboys karetonas wapinzwa basa tiri kunotone skills kupinzwa basa nechadona nechini iwo wari kwazingati ndarohwa chebasa zvanzi mana wangu hazviiti haupinzwa basa mustreet mufana wangu hazviiti akutondiseka pepe basa nditi mari echi ekombe kana kuti ndabamba $2 uye pana Julius Nyerere ndapadeni
waimuridzi manje
ndabaya padeni mufesi anga aenda kwazvimbaka akabva azodzoka the following day kaza isisai king jingalapo kachini paichi pastori yangu ye panorava kufungwa zvekuti nditaure kuti ndakabira achanditi aiwa rudaurorowa skiri bozi ndakakwa mari yangu uziya you took advantage but vachokwadi mukoma mari hapana mari zvikanzi iko iri kupi kuti no mari chachaika ndakarohwa mutauno ndakazozvona ndatoba robot ndatese mari ndavharwa kanzi shamwari you don't play games with me agotora shamu ndiri kutokutaura zvinotaresa akada kundiroda tavadze svambu mwana wacho akuda kuzondora mazinya ndikukutaurira fea I remember that 2009 aundoroma mpama shamwari kati do you know ndabirwa zvemachokwadi handisi tsotsini ende asina kubira munhu even pandiri panapa handisati kana zvemusikanzo kukura zvezvo handinambva ndabira munhu kati honestly zvikanzi haiwa saka ndani nemapurisa That's the only time I slept muma cells for the crime that I didn't commit. The only time. Akanenisa ku police, I remember Semeti police station. Avanditi uyu mfesu ndakamutuma ndakasaka ndivhara futi zvara zyangu. I suspect akanibira musiyei muvharire mukati ndamboenda kumusha wangu dombo shavo. Ndobva ndatovhariwa mukati.
They didn't give you a chance to explain.
Oh, ndikati guys no enda kuseri bozo ngochinzika mari ka baba ibvume. Pina mukati. King. Ndadonzi kuseri masales. Ndikukutaurira I slept there overnight. Ndobva ndategirwa chikafu namomuzi yangu. So dzangaita ngouya so. Ndaira kanyama keuko ndiri nemhosa saupara. Uona nyaya wewini. Bobo papa. It's okay. Kwazoti kwakumasikati my friend akazonzwa nyaya kuti mufeso wakakata se akasunga umwe feso wangu so ainzi tinei mulambo ariko ndobva anzi okay ndikuya kupolice kwacho anga takshop yake zvikanzi tinei it's okay hanzi nyaya ndiye ndakabirwa mari so but this guy has to understand because so this guy is a fake friend chaman angadari mufeso kanga asikati se asakusungisa iwa kutoziva nokutose lokutamba nawo angadai angonzwa kuti ma1 it's okay let me pay mari yacho zvipakana waita se wai1 ndobva ndibhadharira. That's how I got released from my police sales. Ndaifanira kutorara futi imomo anga amboya makusena achiti mari yangu yabuda here kaza pana mari kaza munomusiyana ndakwenda kudombosha ininji mari vayazongonzi mapurisa mozopa munhu yachi mari yake ndabuditswa ndobabuda ndakaita mumasales then ndakazomuda ndakarohwa so anambo bira mari yenyu nyangwe ndakudzosera mari yenyu asi anambo kubira mari yenyu. I don't know how they took it. I don't know if they believed me till now, but that's exactly what happened.
Did you keep in contact with the person?
Yeah, 100%. I don't hold grudges.
Did he ever come and apologize?
No. And I don't expect him to.
Wow, that's so sad. Okay, it started off very interesting, but that's Ayesh.
Yeah.
Your experience in the cells, how was it?
You know what? When it's your first time there, you feel like that's the end of the world. You're like, I was so shattered. I was like, okay, what's next here?
So the
next thing I fast, but I was young as well. I'm like, yeah. I think I won 2 days. One night in the Mascatajuga, the Rano and Abo. But I first previous night in the square and emoji. No, what Panabanda to Amawana. Then when I got no. It was a lesson to me. Just experience Chicago, it was not good, but it was also a lesson contributing and because of what I experienced there. This in Amos. What more in Amos? When you know that you are guilty and you to face a jail. Yeah.
Okay, now let's move to the interesting part because I'm not going to go to depressor.
No, that's fine.
So you ended up at the biggest station in the country, the home of stars.
Yes.
Star FM. I want to know, how did you end up at Star FM?
Wow. That's an interesting question. In India, there is Ramtown. I was a tout. Town. What about my microphone? My speakers, that's what I used to do. Back in 2010, 11, for those 2 years. Yeah, part of 2009, I was doing that. Mutown, Jagasimba, ndaishandira anonzi Bigichino Perekwei, ndiakata first employer wangu, mushop market, yepana Cameroon, yepana pa Bush House, anga in shop yehembe. He used to own my boutiques before atanga zvikuita ma bar, ndiye muri private lounge and also ana city sports bar.
Okay.
So Bigichino Perekwei akatondono nchidaidzira mushop market, zvisina mvumo yake ndaona umwe mufesi anga ari pamicrophone asiri interested nezvinhu zvaiita indikati ndozvigona zvari kuita izvi because ndaiona gringo achizviita pashopper stopper yamutomba yanga iri muna Cameroon. So ndaiti no, I can do this. So inini pandakada kutozviita big akanzi mushanda kupi kati andishandeni zvikanzi watopa basa izvezvizvi ndikati thank you so much ngoma nipa ndinoti pabasa ndakabelieve ndapa basa nekuti ndakapuwa ndakatengerwa lunch musi wacho pakatengerwa kuru rese pabasa nekupuwa mari yekudzoka kubasa mangwana makuseni ndatoni pabasa kai kana kumanga fara zikeni mamadanichi ndaona basa rangu rakarire kutautam town big akavhura another shop kuna Chinhoi ndanovhura shop iyoyo ndapa neshop iyoyo. That's when pakaya shop yainzi MTJ Hyper yanga iri pana pa 15 Chater Road opposite painzi pa Mr Exhaust. So vanhu ipapa pashop iyoyo vakayabva nditi tine shop yatinayo uko kudzasi kusupermarket but haisi kunyatsofaya. Maybe it's because of the location or what, but what we teach us about it. Toda chine chinga do buy tenga iyo PS system yakadai ne microphone yenye chine ne computer yenye ne music. I'll come and do that for you. So kana barupo wa mari, then I lied. Yeah, I have to confess I lied. I said I'm getting about 250 here. They said okay, we'll give you 300. But thank you. There I was getting something like 120 or something. Then just 20 anytime.
That was your first salary, 120.
Yes, and later on I'm about 150 I think if I remember well. Vanaenda kunoshanda kushop yai. Ndatonika bigi bobo bigara no wish you well my brother in all your endeavors, you know chumanya. Vandato roba pepe ndiri papa. That's when I got recognized by one and only legend Ruben Barwe. Anga auya pa Mr Exhaust paraja papa kuzogatsa moto yake for service ne suspension. So akanza ndichidaidzira mushopu akati there's a guy who sounds more like Richmond Siyakurima weku Radio Zimbabwe. Then he said and there's a guy wanoda kupa credit to anonzi Mdara Guvea angari manager general manager pa Mr Exhaust. I know this guy is very talented. Imbono munzu wai, you know, achirecommenda kuna Ruben Barwe. Ruben crossed the road dova aware dova ta utira akati akadaro kutenga sanotenga inine kuba ndimakuru anopinda ka vadaita manyemwe baba tojola shuka bili maskwera saiburi ya Zimbabwe unoziya manyemwe acho kuzanda wale kwa munhu echi weku TV kubuda vanditi iwe what's your name my brother? And don't see Owen Madon. So I said, fana one chipo jawe. But I think you can know, I'll come back on Wednesday. It was on Monday. I thought the girl was lying. The fact was on Wednesday. Nema cameras. The fact the shoot and just shop member. I think it was about around 1 p.m. 6 p.m. Maneru. Some around the phone all over TV. But now it's 6. The joint one ever more than that.
Yes.
So wabuda pa TV ndandikubaza kati unonyepa ndikuda kutoya kumpa ndoni za 8 ndakanogara news za 8 ndunjwa tibudi ndoni ku arts pya kwa ngoma narubuda kati imi ndabuda pa TV was that
yeah
panaka zoti right mama wangu akafara tati family wese akafara kati wow this is good. So Ruben Barwe bazo ndifonera kan try my number. I want you to go to Radio Zimbabwe for auditions. When the anonzi Killian Butu, I don't know if he's still alive, I don't know. Killian Butu and Simon Pashoma Ngube. He was trending recently on social media. Though he was the Radio Zimbabwe manager then. Right. I went there. I saw Killian Butu. I told him that I was referred by Ruben Barwe. He goes, okay, no, that's fine. We went for auditions. Now we can go and audition. Maybe I'm studio. I auditioned. And that audition, and that tape, it went missing. Like, okay. Then I did another one. I never got response. So I got the chowa ndakwira kombi every day panonzi pazengeza 10 off. Ndakwira motor yes at BC. Ndaimira na 7 o'clock yakwenda kubasa. Ina yaivo ntora 7 Pashoma Ngube season Dundu nimwe team rekuze BC. Ndaikwira pazengeza 10 off. Ndichenda ku ZBC every day as if I work at ZBC, but I was not even an employee. I was just going there ndogara mu 4am ndongo to tuzundiripo. You know, that is chido, you know, the passion. If you ask even Anarai, even if you ask Anagweje, even if you ask Elsimo Japelo, all those guys, Ana PJ, they fara time yainzi ya time yagenda ku continue during lunch time. Wananga wakawanda ita presenters I went there now to no garabata wanda jitonzo what team utara njovara ndondora nyaya ndakagara ndundine. So I wanted that association. And ndaitofara nazo, but I never got a chance. Ndirakuda chokwa part time yes I never got a chance to get into the transmission main studio. I never got a chance. Papa nema studios pass my recording studios ndo mandaito pinda ne boys anara haita nana perfect Kyongwani. He also happens to be my Guinea at one point ku Kosa, my lecturer as well. I did the radio production, but he was there that time. You know, I'm off market. I just spend the time there now, and those guys were coming. I was not pressure, but I'm right. I never. I blame anyone because you know it's a process.
But I want to understand the part. Yeah, the tape went missing.
I don't know. Not even today.
How?
I don't know what happened to the tape. They just said it went missing. We're not seeing the tape. So somehow.
Were you the only one who came to audition?
Yes, it was just because it was by recommendation to say go and audition. So they will save your audition tapes or tere where in management, so they decide, okay, is this guy good or bad, whatever. But after that, I never got response. The only response that I got was no, I just wanted that tape. Let's re-record, and I did that. I mean, record again, but I naku zomfo same. Ndakamiri, I think I spent almost half a year, almost close to 6 months, going to ZBC every day, Monday to Friday. Spending time with the guys Mulon, Nechi. That's when I saw an advert in newspaper. There's a radio, you know, the Zim paper stock radio, idakuvurwa. Zim paper, it was the ZTR. Idakuvurwa. So it was my audition in Swakati February, it should be 28 February. I can't remember that, it should be 28 February, 2012. Like, yeah, I think I have what it takes. Let me just try. That's when I went to audition to Alex Park. I don't even remember what I did during the audition. But again, in my stages, passing, there was Teach Matters. You know, I think you saw him launch.
Yeah.
The reason why that guy discovered me and he believed me. So this guy can do more. My audience, I drop a ground. Papa ni speaker. I go to a microphone. So even Papa ni like a meandering curious soga, right? You want to wonder why that go to my audition. And I think it was around 2,800 people who auditioned on the day. Yeah, 2,800 who auditioned on the day. But in Indaga Pinda, there are no chimhang. And it that's your man around the crowd. Yeah.
So my son's one uchita audition.
Well, move ground. Well, like we start by QR me down the tower away. Papa name speaker. Yeah. Teach you go upstairs. Papa name upstairs. Alex Papa when I'm upstairs. Ukataza ngonzi 10 left. October by 10. Up. No, left. Madam second ndo mamini a panel of 6 judges. Screening yawa admitted derera. I remember Alice Mtema. I remember Herbert Smith, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the other guys, but there were 6. So I found out what impressive we said those 6 judges, and I did what I did. My name was scripts. Then I said, "Can I do my own thing without a script?" They said, "Yeah, no, I don't talk about personal script. You can do it if you can." I don't even remember. Well done. 6 judges say,
"Yes, wow."
With the voice like what's your phone number? I was like, Takafona tataka wanda that's come 30 something. But then I'm going to FIBA radio for training. Teach Matters was there, but Teach Matters was the programs manager. Admeta Dera was the general manager. So Nana Alice Mtema was the head of news. Those guys were coming from ZBC and as participant of those coming Nana sense of coming from ZBC side. Our under auditions because we were news. We were head hand. Then quite of these other guys. Anapatsan audition the same day. And then Dumiso Dube we auditioned the same day. KVG and who else? Nikki as well. We auditioned on the same day. Yeah. So tell about auditions. Takazo Magawanda. Now I tell you, from what we pass among stages, Tadera said it's a game of numbers. You guys, Magawanda, we just want 8 people. So we are going to do another Magopinam studio, record them, you leave your voice, just do a presentation over Buddha. To the tailor doesn't know how far. Then Alianda Kantir was there as well. Yes, those guys were his screener one. I did what I did again. I remember I did a tape and I got recorded about male circumcision. That one I remember. I did a program about male circumcision. Dichiti ndenda bozainzi ita program inofunga kuti inotengeseka. We potential sponsor kwa ari an. So my potential sponsor was PSI.
Oh, okay.
It was smart. PSI. Then I did that clip. Manazo ndotaka kufonewa. Takaza atashow tabashow. Namba kidona. I think if I'm not mistaken. That's Paganzi my qualifier. Kwa kusati kwa tembo ni studios the staff him.
Oh.
Kusati kwa ni studios. So kazonzi gatishende kunita my training na Innocent Chuma akanje train bakochita lianda kandiero na admeta derera na teach. Those are the guys wakati bata train na ku ipachi pa nut print. Pachi gadzo ma studios kama studios akazo gadzirwa. Kuskandata basa. That's how I went to Star FM. The rest is the history.
So during all this time of auditioning, going to ZBC for nothing, just chilling there, how were you surviving? Financially,
remember ndatosiya basa ndafunga kuti akwana zvimwe zvinhu it was tough time for me. I remember mama wangu anga achindibhadhara rent $20 in one room and she kept on paying rent for me kusvika zvakazongototanga uku but nditori pama1 echokwadi ndandiri pama1 ndatofunga kuti pamendandabhabhata kamari ndapa ndato pama1 hoping to get a job chikuti zvipango zvichaita hey but akari ma1 tochokwadi.
But you still kept on hoping something would come up.
Yes.
Because I think ZBC should have been a reason for you to be like, you know what?
Exactly.
Just give up.
But handizamboda give up. Ndakaramba ndicheza even ndizambonwa muromo wemicrophone kuti ndibata handina kuZBC ndikanyepere mwana handina.
So your first day on air, how was it?
Yeyish. After training, studio yaitwa. I'm one of the first presenters presenter on the very day. Was first DJ was DJ Munya. DJ Munya angabori formerly ku Power FM. Yeah. Achimanya pakapinda nani, I just akata drive and teach Matthias did the drive pakazopinda nani. Indakapinda midnight. First time opening the microphone. Wangu. I was so nervous, to be very honest. Because ndana kuzati ndutara na rukumba vese vari kundinzwa urucha kurasa muromo fear of being judged kunza hagoni but chakatibatsa ndechekuti these guys my mentors edu akati no you guys musatya kutadza takakutora iti zati muri ma fresh voices asina kumbobvira akaenda pamhepo so we know kuti muchabhaisa pamwe pacho saka don't worry zvakatipa courage. If I tell you munhu anga ari mustudio ndi Nikki Nicola the one, she's a star. I love Nikki zvokudaro. You know, Nikki akachema the very first day. She cried. Tandisula kupinda ndanchada. No, that's anchadi guys, don't force me. I do that. Chuma. We were together in the studio. She said, no, I don't like double. I can't say. But Nikki, she's a star today.
As she is. She's
Agaramba
so
that day, but I can't say no. I remember takamuka audition tape karakanzi tinoita kuti titrainwa kwa knowledge nkoma knowledge anomborekoda na friends uya ku studio wake akandiseka this other day achiti no audition tape nyama kamchirekoda uko umudzidzisi kwa radio ukaendeka kutereresa ola uri kuinzwa iwe ngati very sure but we were messing up but it was allowed because I don't kuti tikugona pa time yoyo but takapuwa room to make mistakes. Yeah. So yeah, it was a good day for me.
So your most memorable moments as a radio presenter?
Hey, I've got so many, but on air or off air?
On air.
Oh, on air. The most memorable one. I've got one, honestly. But I remember one day interviewing who was this? Was it my Tito or Madam Boss? I had so much fun. Honestly, in the writer that interview, yeah, it was Madam Boss. I did that interview. I know it might Titi. Because Madam Boss was I don't know. So people didn't really love.
Yes,
I was also Madam Boss. But it was my Titi. It was my Titi. She was just saying everything out as it is.
Yeah.
Without even my future. I says, guys, I move fast and so that day I remember it very well, and yeah, it's also one of my memorable. Yeah.
Okay. So who are your biggest influences when it comes to radio?
I would say Teach Matthias. Yeah, I would say Teach. That guy, I don't know, Zingori Mari, it flows naturally. He doesn't need a script. No, he just, even if you want to voice like go attract that. So I want to be like Teach, man. I want to be like him. But funny thing, ndaifunga ndichashanda ku Radio Zimbabwe because ndaita zvekutauta town ndichidaidzira sevanhu veku Radio Zimbabwe. Right? But the presentation style was now different because I was now at Star FM. Now ndakuchinja ndakutaura zviri different nezve uku. So zvakada ndichinje zvandaifunga kuti ndinogona kuita kuti ndiadjust to the new environment zvandanda kuita saka zvakabva zvandinfluenza ndanda kuti ndakuda kukopara teach the stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why your relationship with teach is still good.
Very much. Relationship yangu na teach manje inenge iri pakuita simba pakuti discover nekuti pa chance kuti ndive a star that I am today.
He gave you a chance.
The story will be incomplete without mentioning teach.
Yeah, those people are very necessary in our lives.
Very
also,
true.
There are really people you find who would want to give you a chance, especially if it's in the industry as them.
Yes.
It's a bit. So now you are in Star FM. You're making a name for yourself. The money is coming in. Then comes fame.
Yeah.
That transition for you. Were you ready for it?
I wasn't ready. For it. Zvazvinoita futi ndizvokuti paunoenda pamhepo papai mafirst days wasonyanya kurecognize wasonyanya kuziva saka unoenda nekutojaira kuti nevanhu vako isn't like unongomuka kunzi kuti akukuziva unojairwa nhasi wawana kuti tachikunzwa wanga uchigona mangwana mumwe futi mangwana wakunzwa kuti vanhu akaona kuti toto akumuziva first mwachita unonzani ende zvaindirwadza wakati unonzani ndoti ndonzi Ollah wekupi toti hamundizive here kuStar FM ka iwe pane pekuti ndosvika patepe unongochizvipa introduction kuti guys ndonzi Ollah7 ndoshandawo kuStar FM ndoita show ye 3 to 6 because I remember that those days ndaita 3 to 6 12 to 3 midnight and 3 to 6 am ndaichinja namaslots na KVG before she was moved to the dry time so unongochiti ndandiziva then pandakazva ndakuzikanwa it was time panoti vanhu vakundiketa manje vandiketa kudaro kwandiri it was a good thing because that transition yoyo yakandibatsira zvinhu zvakawanda. You start to get opportunities that I was not able to get panasanda kuzikanwa. I was now able to knock at an office ndichivhurwa madoors. Welcome Ollah boss. It was now even my sponsors, corporates were now coming my way to say try to teach adverts. Okay. Ndakutoza kuti inonzi presenters ndakuza kuti mari dzemacommercials wow ndakutodyawo mari dzisine nesalary so zvakandibatsira zvakanyanya so that transition was a good beginning for me.
And during your time at Star FM, you introduced something that was different, uninterrupted interviews. Yeah. Usually, as one of my interviews, I enter with music intervals in between.
Exactly.
Then you came with On the Spot.
Yes.
How was it received when you pitched the idea at first to your bosses?
They said it's a big no. I remember they said, no. I pitched it to my boss, who then believed in me later. And he was like, this works. Steve Vickers.
Okay.
I said, boss Steve, I have this new idea. I want to interview people. And Steve was against the idea of interviewing people for 30 minutes continuous without playing music. He was like, no. Let's have 5 minutes. Music, 5 minutes, music. And I was like, no, boss, this is not the way I want it to be done. I've got this concept and I'm feeling it in my mind. I can, and he was like, no. Okay, let's give it a try. I remember my very first guest on the spot was Wabatwa Jehovah. But Nangansadani is very show yekuiti On the Spot. It was a successful interview. I then did the second one. I remember, was it not I don't remember, but those were the first guests, in 2021, thereabout. Ndatochimhanya papa 2022, somewhere there. Ndatochimhanya achakutobuda. Poita kana beta music itoto ndichimboti apo napo kusaka andichaisa music yazvemusikanzwa andichaisa kusaka yakunakirwa futi akusipapwa futi then vatazokuti gatise macameras mustudio iva paka pamusina macameras chakaza iwe more exciting was now the cameras kuti apa macameras tise zvemusic tidii hazvimake sense let's just tingoita music yedu ingo flow I mean interview ingo flow then akataka kuzona kuti chinhu chiri kufaya chakufarirwa newanhu thanks to Loud 5 Mike Loud 5 Mushunje. He came with his cameras, his equipment, and said, Ollah, let's do this. This thing will boom. I wanna the same vision and I wanna.
Where had you seen it?
That idea. In my mind. It was there in my mind. The thing, the way I come up, I always come up with my concepts. Don't watch him mind man. Or but I think did a new idea to enhance it and make it good. Don't you feel So that time I could feel it, no, did she die? First 3 shows, chai famba the way and then singa do chifambi, but I was doing it because it was my trial. I got my trial. My trial. Kusuka chat daira manje. Tane ma cameras, chachitaka kuputika. Chatora direction and chida. Then I said to Steve, I need a producer. Because I'm not good at producing, but I'm good at presenting. So I want someone who can produce. Zero mind mangu don't pause surpass. Don't do the research about areas A, B, C, and D to surpass. He's like no. When I go back, I'm gonna marry. It will become a problem. But no, I will look for a producer on voluntary basis. He then said, okay, no, that's fine. That's when I said I was going to. I remember there was a girl called Primrose at H Metro, and also another girl. I can't. Eltina. Was it Eltina? No, I don't remember. Then there was Nyenge. Nyenge, what she had done, I message mu IG mango mu DM. I'm looking for a job. If you madam kala muzo njaze mundi batsro ndutaga basa chichi kubasa kwenyu. Ingati I'm not reposing kupinza mabasa. You know, kwa kutori dara. Sometimes I fall upon my nyora message. She did journalism ku MSU. So I got mind young asi doubting the unzu kize ndanganisa ndambo mona kana face yake. Ndanganisa ngamuzie, but I just like it is nzango zvine zvinamwari somehow. Zvinongo guide wa kanzira namwari, to be very honest. Ndova ndatongo kuti okay, Nyenge, give me your number. Let's meet. I remember kuti ndipe CV rako. Ndakasangana naye panonzi pana Rufaro kuchitungwiza. Ndoko mumarengo akati anogara. Unogara kuchitungwiza. Oh, that's my hood as well. So let's meet pana Rufaro ndipe your CV. I can get her CV. I went, and I'm telling I want you to do something. I want to give you a task. Produce scripts like a day. I want to interview a person like that. It's a dummy, right? Do it. She delivered. I gave all these others. They did their best, but I wasn't convinced. They said, I think Nyenge, she's good. I then called her. I think you are good. But I know Steve. I think Donna Muno. Why did you no bomb pay? No, but that's not contract. Nyenge signed this contract, voluntary contract for 3 months. She wasn't on salary. Yeah. I got volunteered. I can do this. And I'm telling Nyenge, keep on doing this. One day you become a star. Don't worry. Don't lose hope. The thing is, you are now part of the family. You are now part of this. Do your best. So I'm encourage. And to be very honest, I do on this platform. Nyenge, she's a good producer. And she did well than I expected. I was, convinced. I was impressed. That okay, 3 months zapera. 3 months. But sometimes I went to bus and you get an kumba bozi road is same road. Kushika as a poor contract yake Nyenge. And she was happy that I convinced the bosses. At one point some of the bosses thought maybe Nyenge was my girlfriend. No, she's not even my girlfriend.
She understood your vision.
Yes, that move one single day Nyenge baby. Never. Even to death. Never. So it was just that work relationship. And she delivered. She's a good producer. Now the show was booming. Guide to the direction I can't. Be radical. Be brutal. Muscript madam boss. But I get this. I thought it today. Don't hesitate. So Nyenge, she's good. Plus Mona knows the streets. That's how that show came about, and now
it became everybody's favorite.
Indeed.
So now, after so much work that you put in convincing people, working so hard for you to be like the #1 show that Zimbabwe loves, then on a random, I don't remember which date that was, you just decide, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
What happened?
That's a big question. That's a big question. It's a tricky one as well. I think I was frustrated. Sometimes mabasa is behind the scenes. You see Ollah smiling on the cameras, front of the cameras, but behind or off cameras, Ollah might not be happy. But I'm trying to make people happy. That time I was making people happy. People loved the show. Everyone, even at the station, they would listen to the show. One thing you should know is my stations, you'll be surprised with this presenter. I told you present a cheaper show because they don't mind. I don't go focus on her or his show. But in any, those people were like, everyone would like, people would listen to, you see. So it became everyone's favorite show, but in this really happy. Saka zvakataka kugadzira dzimwe tension nekutsvaga tumwe tunyaya tano Ollah did this. I blame myself for being too vocal. Yeah, I speak my mind sometimes. It's like, guys, look,
So your frustration was coming from money first, or
this is the first time I'm going to say this. I hope I won't get in trouble.
No, you won't.
I said that was 2023, right? July. So guys, this is 2023 July. We're still getting my RTGs. I think we should be given a component US dollars or something. So I influenced the other presenters to say, guys, for 25, no one is going on air till we get US dollars. I don't know where I got the guts. I said, no one is going on air. We had a meeting with the presenters. We had a meeting with other, employees who were not at managerial level. We said no management in our meeting. We just want to have our own meeting. We gave our grievances to the Workers' Committee chairperson, Tapionson. Taps was like, guys, man, you're not this is guys. You guys, but no, you're our representative. Just submit.
It's your job.
So I'm sure the top guys heard that Ollah influenced other guys to then stop or doesn't have a maple. Yeah, to down. Some were in support of that. Some were not in support because of fear. But it's been busy, but everyone must US dollar. So Papa's my suggestions, okay, US dollar. It worked. It worked. That thing, it worked.
It worked.
But my issue was like, guys, we are bringing adverts actually in US dollars. We are doing shows on radio, being paid on, Nima US dollars. Why are we then getting paid Nima RTGs? It was a genuine concern, but business-wise, now that I'm in business, I understand. Okay. But then, they don't get paid by Zig. But for sure, so it does it. But as long as my boss. Some boss sometimes we don't go it look ahead my boss sometimes they will find a way or one day to not but in fine way so I think one of these days in Tripa Maple I talked about a prophet called the prophet Elijah. It was a comment where this prophet was giving people money in his church, $1,000 US. It's a way, I don't know, was it a way of to an oil church or humanity, whatever. So I commented about this. There's a prophet Elijah, so this guy is doing A, B, C, and D. I think so. And I commented about this issue, trying to also get his attention, this prophet, so that I could interview him on my show, saying, okay, what's up? And I was doing my research then. Then my issues I got one day that I wanted him to answer on my show. So the bosses said, we felt like it was it was an advert. You were promoting this guy. You talked about this guy more. And some of the reasons they said to me, you say Prophet Elijah, that's a brand name. It was like, brand name, what do you mean by that? No, that's not his real name, so you are actually promoting him. But if I say Chimuti Chininga, who is going to know? So that was one issue. And also there was a Gogochoro, Gogochoro, streets. So I was talking about Gogochoro as well one day, and she used to come on Domiso's show as a resource person. We show on Domiso. So I was talking about Gogochoro, and again they said it sounded more like it was an advert. So you should pay for these adverts. I said no. Why? They said, no, it was an advert. So you have to pay. That's what happened. I'm being very honest with you. I'm like, no. Okay, so you are going for hearing.
It was that deep?
Yeah. So things were happening so fast. To me, I was like, is it about this advert or what? But sitting down with other people, in the circles, close circles, like, no, it's not about this. It's about that time. Remember, you influenced people and people were not happy. Right? I'm like, guys, don't you? So, guys, name salaries. I'm going for the salaries in the once in adverts, I faced this issue. So I was getting frustration. So they were playing good cop, bad cop. So if you go to my immediate boss, he was like, no, Ollah, don't worry, everything will be okay. Don't worry, don't panic, just do your shows nicely. When I go to this boss, my one. So
and now you are in between.
I was being managed now. So, adrenaline and everything, I was nervous, anxiety. I was no longer settled. I was like, the postpone
hearing.
I don't know what was happening. The other day, that hearing. But the offenses were like in category D. So what category D means is that you're facing, if found guilty, it's dismissal. You're going home. You'll be dismissed. So if they chase you away, it will be very difficult for you to get another job.
Yes.
Because the reputation and everything, right? I was like, okay, should I wait until I get dismissed? Because it seems like this issue, I'm not going to get out of this. Because these guys are convinced that this is an advert. I tried to explain even to my bosses, was your radio, but they were not convinced. And those guys were like, no, it's not an advert.
Is it the same as me? Okay, it's me interviewing Ollah7. Then I say Ollah7 is a brand, so it's an advert.
Yeah, really. To say you
or Japreza.
Yes, say
Japreza. You said Japreza, not
Imukodze. Those are some of the reasons that I was like, this is an advert.
Okay.
You were pushing this guy, and also you talked about the location where this guy is found. So I'm like, what was I supposed to say? So this guy, I say, go Southampton. I heard this guy is found in Southampton. Never said Papi. So they were like, no, whatever started in the location, so it's an advert. So in any between the lines, using my wisdom as well, and in any don't matter. I go to church. I'm a spiritual person. So okay. My investigations, then I noticed no, it was never about that, but it was. They didn't want to get rid of me or to fire me. That I know. But they wanted to try and clinch me and clip my wings. Shut your mouth up. Next time you don't have to see. So they were trying to, probably I was going to get out of it in more hearing. But when I was that I moved, then I tried to tell the booth for the 1,000 last warning. Unaenda kumba. Saka, inini manji. Pandaka vandatina boss wangu. I think let me go. What do you think, boss? I asked him, what do you think? I think let me just resign. Steve said, no, don't resign. It will be okay. No. So somehow they knew that they didn't want to fire me. So that's why they was like, no, don't worry, wait for the hearing. I don't know, but look, if I get into that hearing, what if they
decided to let me go?
They said, no. I went to my boss, Comfort. He said, no, Ollah, chila. He's not like hearing my lawyers. Let us say, should I get into that hearing with my lawyer? Someone saying it's good, but my lawyers, we might provoke these guys as well. Because my lawyers will start to use my jargon, intimidation. These guys, when they feel like belittled, somehow. Complex. Then I was like, okay, got to meet them, Chan. Until 2 days before the hearing. This is the first time I'm explaining this. I don't know how you managed
to... Exclusive!
I don't know how you managed to make me, say these things out. I never shared this. That's when, I consulted so many people. That's when I then said to myself, let me write the resignation letter. Consulted my lawyer. He gave me the same advice. Said, I think you should just leave. But I didn't know what I was going to do next.
Because that was going to be my next question. Did you have a plan?
It was a premature move. To be very honest with you, it was a premature move because I didn't have a plan. I was like, okay, if I resign, but definitely I'm not going to be jobless for a long time. Because remember, during that time as well, on radio, I was the top guy, so to say. So obviously, Cristiano, during his peak, Akanzasi Manchester, Juventus would be like, please come here. So I knew, but I didn't know Guti Kupi. I didn't have plans. So I just wrote my letter, carried my letter. First day, I was like...
With immediate effect.
With immediate effect. First day, I was like, let me give it to Steve. Tuesday, nikipinda pa on the spot. I said, yeah, no, it was not Tuesday. I was meant to get him hearing on Wednesday. Vayanzi ya chinjwa date yaku wamsachingani we Thursday. Hearing yanga kipushwa kuti date ya mudumbu. Then we say Wednesday. Kuma 4 ndakagara pa 4 ya staff. I missed that place, man.
You still remember the time?
I remember around 4 to 5. Ndakamira kupinda muslot pa show. Ndakagara na Nyenge. I'm like, Nyenge, no, I think this is my last day here. Like Ollah7, Nyenge, this is my last day. Trust me. Ollah, please. Nyenge, I could see Nyenge shaking. Shaking. I'm being honest. That's how tight we were. She was like shaking. Ollah. No, you're fooling me. No. I'm being honest with you. Wait. I was saying this out of frustration and also with pain. You know, I was hurting inside. I was like, I'm leaving my job. And I know kuti ndo rega. Moyo mangu mami ni ma tears of blood.
And this is a place that has become like home to you.
Exactly. And family, remember, I'm now leaving almost everyone. I know I'm one of the staff, pioneers. With the guys, I'm like, I've seen other guys coming. Tilipo. I'm like, my face. We became family with everyone. Then I said, Apanek Tamba. Steve, boss Steve, I'm resigning. Tagaraba 4. I waited because actually, I was coming to 5. I got the daily sports zone. Ollah, Ollah, I told you to wait. Boss, when I put that samba yangu big ya, left your big man. Boss, he read the letter. I could see his face turning red. Turning red. Like, Ollah, this is not it. I think you rushed. You should have waited. But boss, honestly, I can't. I love my job, but I can't. I'm being, you know, right. That's when he then said, okay, Ollah. So, should I take this as resignation? He asked me 3 times. I said, yes. Remember, it was about past 5. I then said, let me call boss. Boss, this is what Ollah said. Why boss? I don't reconsider. So that's something I did. But maybe these guys, but I don't clip my wing. Why my other side? I think also they didn't expect that move. That I was going to do that. I surprised almost everyone with that letter,
including yourself.
Yes, but pakatika ma issues akawanda good station, not only the issue ye mari, pakatika nyaya zakawanda. But iyanga kunzi but my adverts I was refusing. Get another adverts. It was emotional.
It was.
I did that. I ended up crying. Nyenge started crying. Steve also cried. That's when I realized that Steve didn't want me to go. Because he was crying. If he wanted me to go,
he wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have cried, right? I was like, almost everyone, all the guys that started him, they came, Ollah. Some of my presenters, I think I betrayed some of my presenters. Sorry, my fellow colleagues. I'm so sorry about these guys. Because some of the guys, they got to know about this issue. That's what out in the I've resigned. You know, some of these guys were like, Ollah. That was too early for this. You still had, you have a long way to go. Industry. Guys, with or without stipend. Stipend will always be home. I never said any bad thing about stipend, even today. I will never say anything bad against IFM.
Because it made you.
Yes. Star FM yakandigadzira zita yakaita ndive Ollah ndiri nhasi. Given a chance, I would still go back to Star FM. It's home. I would choose Star FM over any other station. Kunzi pane iri ubadala mara but Star FM, I would still say Star FM. Because being one of the pioneers, to being the leading radio station in Zimbabwe and being the leading presenter in Zimbabwe, I was like, it's big. So Star FM Kwandiri, these guys, even everyone at Star FM, we still talk. We are family. People expected me after I resigned, couldn't post something about Star FM, like there's bad blood between me and Star FM team. I never said anything. I never posted to that. Even if I had so much to share. Maybe this is my first time, but I'm not going to go brutal against Star FM because it's still family. Now that I'm out, I can also see that I was making some mistakes here and there. I thought I was entitled to content, but sometimes you feel like it was their content. That was my concept. I developed it till but still Star FM, you have a right to benefit from that content because I'm doing it on their platform and everything. I was like, oh, okay. Now that I understand, I'm in the same business as well. I understand it. So I won't blame, I won't put the blame on Star FM. I respect the presenters. I respect the management. I respect even the stakeholders, the shareholders, to the CEO, to that. Because they made me.
They made you too.
Right?
They made you.
So
Definitely.
it was emotional that day. I said goodbye. People cried. I still have, and I didn't delete any message from my phone. I think I had more than 1,000 messages. My phone, like direct messages. Not talking about social media. Just direct WhatsApp messages. People saying, Ollah. People were blaming me.
Because it was so random.
I know.
Very much unexpected.
I know.
Because and then now all of a sudden you're saying, I'm resigning. And
Yes.
And from the time that you did that live resigning to the next on the spot on your channel, it was literally like a few days.
Yes.
How? Because you said you had no plan.
I had no plan, trust me. I didn't know what I was going to do the next day. The next day. Not the next week, the next day. I went home after the show. I slept like a baby. Switched off my phone. Because the following day, Yakazara. Then my Cloud 5, I always give credit to this guy. He called me, Ollah, let's record on the spot. Who's the guest this week? I'm like, guest here, we no, Ollah, you've got a platform already. Look at the numbers that you have. Let's do this. I'm like, my brother, I'm not okay. The guys, no. They are here for more than a week or two. I'll try to read the boys, frustration here. Let's do it now. He gave me the courage. I said, it's okay.
And
the first episode, it was just, hectic. Nyenge produced the script very well. I had Juntao as our first guest. We recorded that first episode in my garage, Mamukoma Mike. We recorded that episode. So, pre-record. It was live. Live station. Remember, it's time we had strong internet. So that interview, I now mushe because of the network, and we couldn't leave it even. Take it down later on. Because I guess now boom, the struggler till Ollah, come and use my studios. That big hall. Come and use whatever Kone Rock Shandisa, stage everything. I'm supporting all the way. I'm like, hey, thanks, King. Thanks, my dad King. Nanasi, I'm so grateful. You know what? Even my business people, let's help someone. The way he did that time. I needed something. I need to hear something like that. And he came right at the right time.
When you needed him.
You are the king, Muzinis. Those are Hindus. You are the king. You are the king. And I got this, courage, hope. But kusvika tazita our official launch. So slightly before our launch, that's when Mr. Mtasa with Giant Petroleum avada kumbundisia ndaita nawo advert in Star FM ndakava introduced to my advert and that guy believed in me. Wanga sikavumeza my advert. I said let's try, and the business is booming with Giant Petroleum, and he also then took me in. Akanditi Ola, I know wasiya bus, so I'll put you on salary. You get money for nothing.
Wow.
You're on payroll. What you did to my business, I won't forget. So he stopped advertising right away when I left. There's so many companies that left time and I did my business, my adverts people, they put out. Then I changed my salary every month. While I was doing my podcast, struggling, baby steps, you know. You but the crawling, which you did. It was as long as I was getting paid more than I was getting paid. Right? More than I was getting. He said, I'm going to give you more because you did this to me. Every month, he then said, you are now my public relations manager.
Oh.
Do your thing, but you're not my public relations manager. So to date, I'm the public relations manager for Giant Petroleum.
Wow.
He said, what's needed there? I said, I don't have cameras. We are using my camera, mic. So sometimes I wouldn't want to inconvenience him when I never gigs somewhere else. I don't marry. I was not even paying him. That's not marry. I don't marry, but shoot on a Tuesday. I know where, but sometimes he needs to put the food on the table. That's when he said, okay, I'm going to buy you cameras. He bought 2 cameras for me. You know, very expensive cameras. Black Magic, those who know my cameras, Black Magic is very expensive. He bought 2 for me. Then Prophetess Rita from the UK she said, I'm going to buy another one for you. So it was just like, then that's the time also that guy from UK, from South Africa, VK, came in as well. He gave us my microphones. Thank you so much, my brother, for what you did. I remember that very well, and I'm grateful because we really needed that at that time.
Because your first 3-4 episodes, they were terrible.
100%.
The picture quality was terrible.
100%.
And I think the comment section was, and I know you would see those. How did that make you feel? How were you feeling? Because
it demotivated me big time.
But you kept going.
I kept going. I said, because Mike was like, no, Ola, it's not about the picture quality. It's about the internet. So the internet is really low. You know, but it's a quality. So don't worry, it's not about the camera. Because the camera is nice. This is the same camera we use to Star FM. So look, my brother, it's not about this. So don't worry, don't listen to these comments. I think this guy, I think I need to do something big for him.
Right.
I owe you something, my guy. Serious, I'll do a surprise one day. But he kept on saying, Iwe, camera is next time, baby.
It was the right motivation you needed.
So look, Masina internet yakashega.
Do you believe him now though?
No, I do. Then he said, no, Ola, let's pre-record. That's the only way to go. Let's pre-record the shows and stream them as live. I said, no, let's do live. No, that's why we are getting it wrong. But the moment we switched to pre-recorded shows and live stream the show, the quality network here and there, but quality so zakati and he motivated me. Saka ndungotenda kuti iyo transition izvakaita zvezvo guys. Ndine vanhu vakawanda vakavhoya mulife mangu vakavha vachinja game race.
And that was God. Yes. Definitely. It had nothing to do with you as a human being.
No. Papa banana changu. Ndimwari to date. Before I want to thank Wamtaris ndikakangana. Ndikakangana. Remember my days akapera pakati nyaya yawana chiti Ola Gigi. I never addressed anything about this.
And that was not even your fault. If anything, I'm the one who made you get into trouble for nothing. You were not even aware of what was happening.
I didn't know.
Like literally.
Exactly. Was you when you guys recorded your show? I wasn't there.
Yes, you were not there.
When it was also live streamed, when it was aired, I was not there. I was actually on TV. Then I started getting some calls. Guys, what's happening?
And you were not even aware, honestly.
Noma, what happened? Sorry, no, it's okay. Noma, what's happening? Noma, we need to know. Ola, but the guest just said, I understand. Then I thought, when I saw the clip, Yawamtarisi, the other way. But I understand. From that point of view, but someone cannot attack munhu uya munomonde attacker ari mustudio mangu ndinobatikana kuti but why is this guy talking trash about me zvinogona kuitika kana iri ane genuine concern since ari papremise pangu adi kungouya kwandiri direct ngoti ndara but mune 1000 rangu yani something like that but because it's also content, it's also you're not even expecting that. I remember, but the guests just said, "But that's if I'm going to pack it."
Yes,
right. And if I go to boom, and I will not go in that other way.
I'm never ready at any time. Like the assumption was, no, I don't think.
The Vasainda South, people are now attacking me. Oh, this and that. I was like,
but it was me. It was all me. Said
before I even picked up my phone to call Mr. Mtaris, he texted me, King, I overreacted. I didn't mean to do this. You know what? We are family, my brother. That did you sorry? You know what? Did you investigate? He said, no, King. No worries. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let people say whatever they're saying. And sometimes we've got bad blood even from the day. No, not even one day. He kept on accommodating us. He gave us everything that we needed to this debt.
If there's a day I was so stressed in my life,
that's the day.
It's that day.
Oh, you remember?
And now I was ready to just text Mr. Mtaris. I'm like, hey. I'm so sorry. And before I even texted, he sent a message. I was like, no, Noma, I want you not to worry about anything
that's exactly what he said to me.
That saved me because, yay.
It saved me. But deep down I was like, I was now feeling. But all I feel free, right? But my comments, each time, I'm going to provoke somehow, but I couldn't. Ghost account because people were like, I feel so much attacked. Yes. Say each time we had a guest, we can move a difficult question. People like, oh, about the radio,
like
I was super. No, I also talk about that. But I want to make this clear to people. Mr. Mtaris never asked for any single dollar. Kana internet, kana ma premises, kana ma microphone, kana cables. He never said pay for it. I think kana camera lens ramuruguda just talk to the guys ikoko. Taishanda zvakara kusvika tatobuda nekuonekana zvakanaka na Mtaris. Isisina kana problem. Ndira kuvatenda. Ndakatoti taende zvinhu izvi zvakazondiitira wese ndepekuti zvakaitika tiri mushishi yekugadzira studio.
Okay.
Studio, look at our beautiful studio. Yanga iri kugadzirwa then. So that move, kuitira kuti move futi ipapo apa vaita nyaya. Zvaita ngefuti atiza. Because of this issue, Mr. Mtaris would start feeling bad with these guys. I'm like, then that's what happened. I think after some months, guys getting upon a problem. But I don't know how we're going to take this, but I'm but that could tend to me sometimes because Takana my premises pagat and Tatim process got studios. We have 2 studios, the 2 guys about that premise, and our office is there, everything. I have know all of this is growth. I want you to unveil the studio officially. The Imin one that's boss, I owe it to you. Jimim Darawango. He said anytime. So now that we have this studio, I started open officially. Or unveiling. So people still think Nash TV. But we moved, but now but even now, if we need anything right now, we still go back to Nash TV. Because we're family like that. We're tight family like that. So that wouldn't be clear.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the fact that the agreement for Life and Stuff to come on your channel was between me and you. 100%. It was not, Mr. Mtaris was not involved.
Exactly.
So now that was the first episode. Noma, I don't go any drama.
Oh yeah.
First episode. If he was someone who's really evil, he could have just said, take the video down. And also, why are you bringing that person to my premises? I had an agreement with you, not with anybody else.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So there's that as well. For me, I'm really grateful for Mr. Mtari because I'm Noma Nyce because of Nash TV.
Nash TV.
Right. If there was no Nash TV, no one would be...
Noma.
Yeah, Pangadai Pasna.
Honestly. One of us, you only see me sometimes on social media. So they see Mutari on social media. But the Mutari you see on social media is not the real Mutari Chachai. Daraya and humility with and Unyepere. Kana I know to bid no Mutari. That's him or her. But as for me, I don't have any complaint. I'm grateful, Mutari.
I'm also grateful. So if you're gonna watch this, we really appreciate you. Now moving on to On the Spot. There's like a whole lot of controversy that comes with the interviews that you do, the fact that you just say things as they are. You know, you don't go around
no
the corners,
no filter,
right?
Yeah.
And there's one that specifically sparked a whole lot of debate. Yeah, the Mtukudzi sisters.
I remember.
How do you beat the urge to respond to, because people just say some things that are very much out of pocket and you're like,
yeah, it's a technique, it's a skill. You have to master that. I think don't just be an interviewer for the sake of being an interviewer. Be part of the conversation, be part of the person's emotions, feelings, how they're feeling. That's the only way you're going to get as much information as you need from that guy or from that interviewee. Why? Because if you are just doing random questions or everything, you are going to miss my very important parts. You're going to miss gist check. But if you feel the same way they are, if you put yourself in your guest's shoes, you would understand that. Okay, your guest might be lying. Your guest might be telling the truth, but you knows you feel. But you still put yourself mushoes dagi whether that issue. Then you get my follow-up questions. And also just bearing in mind in this show is uncensored. Saka that mind it's uncensored. That wakambo batu wakarowa mvedu woro chibaro here. Ndokubvunza mvunzo unofora ubvunziki. Asi ndinobvunza because ndinobvunza mibvunzo ndinoziva kuti iri muvanhu and kana munhu atara zvakati munhu ari kumba ane mubvunzo anofora ubvunzika asachida kuubvunza. Saka unopedza wabvunzwa wareruka. Ukareruka wakutorasa ukosha kwenyaya kana depth yemubvunzo iwa mhinduro yaungotarisira. Saka ini ndobvunza zvakadaro as is. Kana chiri chigubu noti chiri chigubu. I said, it's a bottle made of chigubu. That's it. Call it chigubu. Call it a spade. That's what I do.
Do you never fear for your life?
No. The thing is, this is one thing that people should know or understand about Ollah. I don't have bad blood with anyone.
Yes, you don't.
All the guys, the celebrities, but all my socialites, I'm going to share show interview. We've got good personal relationships. I treat everyone fairly. And they know some of these guys, to say they send to the guys in that good peace and face. Just clear the air. You know Ollah. So
come ready, come prepared.
Exactly. And some of them, they actually want to need Ollah that we are show. Donald, is it worth it? Is it relevant? Oh, no, God is here. We are. Why don't you need to work show? And I tell them, you know what to expect, right? Oh, and then. Don't you move? One over one like you. But then you put them with the direct. You know what's going on. We got them with the refute at the radio. We got them with the refute traditional way of doing things. Ya good there. Wapachi PR. I should not kids even. People want to conduct stress rate. Hey.
I hear you. So because I think you've almost interviewed anyone and everyone in the arts industry. Do you have any celebrity you'd say you'd want to interview?
Yeah, sure.
Who?
I'd want to interview Prophet Makantiwa. I'd want to interview Prophet Emmanuel Makantiwa. Dating back how he started his church. How in Guinea, just split from AFM and started his own thing. It's also the same way I left radio. kusiya chechi uri kuzati uri kutosi uchi chako pastraight kuti ndani vanhu vangu 5 njatanga nevanhu ivavo kusvika ya big as it is today. It was not a joke. So pane zvekunzi fake or genuine prophet handinei nazvo because inini handiti kutasa seuprophet hwavo, but that story, inspirational story yavo iyoyoyo, I want to interview him. I've never seen him on an interview, right? Yeah, I've never seen his interview. I want to do that. They always do their podcast at church kwao. So it's yes sir, yes papa, yes prophet. I want to have a candid one with him. Nothing wrong, nothing bad, no bad feelings, no hard feelings. Just a good interview, a normal interview with Prophet Emmanuel Makandiu.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, people. Let's make it happen. I know you have a whole tribe.
And not the celebrity, and the president. And it's going to happen soon.
That will be cool.
It's going to happen soon.
That will be cool.
It's going to happen soon. Trust me. I'll give you a date soon.
Yes.
Yeah. He's an Indian guy. I did his interviews into cryptocurrency, this and that. I interviewed him. He's a non-controversial guy. It was live, the interview was based on real life issues, and cryptocurrency and this and that. I think I'll look for the audio and the video of Sachin Govender. He's based in South Africa, if I'm not mistaken. He travels, around the world. That guy, that one was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was life-changing.
Okay. Go in Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwean guy. I can change the way. I did my interviews. I wonder.
Some you have even forgotten.
Dr. Kangala boys in Dongo, but you did young agapenga. And change. Ziripo Zagawanda, even with Maponga, Joshua Maponga, because of depth. Yeah, I was depth. I know that was Mizuti. Philosophy I think I was serious. It's like that guy I know my extremes to the edge. So yeah. All
right,
I would say Joshua Maponga as well.
All right, and now the podcast celebrated a whole year.
Yeah,
being on air.
Yes.
How was the event for you?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I think everything went well, the way I expected. And there's a room to even improve more things. Because I want, the vision is big. Honestly, trust me, the vision is not going to end on my anniversaries. The podcast is going to give you awards. Not me getting awards, or not us as the podcast team getting awards. But to then say they are Ollah7 podcast awards. Ollah7 awards. We will be honoring these musicians. Radio stations giving them awards as well.
Yes.
Say the best radio station in Zimbabwe. Yeah, do some awards, big awards in HICC, like NAMA. That's trust me, guys, write this down. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So the event for me was good, and it was graced by the Minister of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services, Wamuskwere. That's the relevant minister for what we are doing. He said, I am coming to support. I will be there.
And he came early.
It means the government of Zimbabwe is now also believing in what we are doing. He was on time.
Yes,
he was on time. He was like, Ola, I'm here. At Sununguka. We are happy with what you're doing. We've never seen such in Zimbabwe. You are changing the narrative, as we will say. That's what we say here as our theme, as our pair of line. We say, changing the narrative. Indeed, we are changing the narrative. Never before have you seen something like podcast, and people didn't understand the concept of podcast.
What is it?
Change on the podcast. I had people asking me when I wonder before even cheating on the podcast. I was like, guys, but these guys now, they are now believing in us. Also, the crowd or the audience, not just general people, business people,
yes,
corporates, potential sponsors, and also our public figures as well, be it in business, sports, and also my socialites now as well. Artists like Anam Shulu, they were there, to support. It means they are seeing the brand growing, and they are part of the growth It's not Ollah7's show. It's called the GT hashtag show yenyika. It's for the people. Show yevanhu. It's for the people. Yeah, and we're not in this game we're not competing with anyone, by the way.
No.
Yeah, not competing with anyone.
So how would you describe your first year of the podcast?
Amazing. Amazing.
It was a song. Which song would it be?
And the Perry Power. That's all. Yeah, and the Perry Power by Natty. Oh, I love that song. He knows. You know, I always say, Natty, I love this song. And that song, it speaks exactly life young. It's like, oh yeah. So it was going to be, it's going to be, or it's still, it will be, and the Perry Power.
And then you are like a devoted Christian.
Yeah.
Because also your confidence comes from the understanding of who God is in your life.
Yes.
Just like that.
100%.
And Baba.
100%.
Simba. Chayo. What role does spirituality play in your?
A major role. A major role. This is what people don't know about Ollah. I'm someone who Friday I don't work. Then room so every Friday. They don't see me here in my studios. They know. Chipo changu chamuri kupemberera nhasi chakabva kuna Mwari. Handidi kuti nditenge nda too busy kuna Mwari zvekutadza kumunamata because ndine zvandiri kuita kubasa. Even my guest angu, even my sponsors angu, ndinova that I don't work on Friday. And if at one point imwe pfunga but uchaluza madues ekunzi pane mari for about 1,000 on Friday not kana riri 1,000 on Friday is not made for me. Kana riri rangu chamuswe Saturday or Thursday. And for sure in my dues now even my corporates they now understand kuti Ollah apatumubate ngatibate all right it's okay Saturday to we are trade it means kuti vanotondimirira they know kuti asi daenda kuti ndokochisa basa rangu these guys were not going to take my church serious but because I know kuti inini ruva rangu o ruva rinonzi Ollah riri kudidzirwa papi rinobva muchinamato chakandikudza handizive test yedoro pandiri panapa even mukati akaside handizive test yedoro handizive test yesmoke handisi kuti vanosmoka zvakaipa. I'm just trying to show you how devoted I am zvesure kuchristianity kuchinamato changu ndakakura like that zvinosvika pakundiudza kuti everything that I do I consult God first. I put God first. If my heart tells me no, it's a no. No matter how much you convince me. Trust me, everyone I work with here, and I want to work with Noma. No. Not just because Noma is a star.
That makes you so happy.
Not just Noma, she's a star. Or Patson is a star. Or Chelsea is a star. No.
If your spirit says no,
it's a no.
It's a no.
Sometimes you attract bad people, right, into your space. And those guys, or those, those people who even kill the brand. Some will damage the brand beyond measure. So I take people, or I put people close to me after serious spiritual vetting without them knowing. I see you.
Yes.
I see you the second time. I see you the third. We talk. It's okay. No, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Let's meet on Wednesday. Between Monday and Tuesday, I'm studying you spiritually. Deep. Then if it's a no, it's a no. No matter how good you are. So that's how devoted I am.
I'm a good child. All right. Because you and me, we are yapaholics. You get 3 hours.
That's what I
But it wouldn't be fair if I leave without... There's a time when you posted this post, and when I read it, right? Yes, I've known you for years, right? When I read that post, I felt like you were literally... A post
straight to the point.
Yes. I'm so mad about this, and
what was that about?
That was a post about you announcing that you're no longer working with VK.
Okay.
So that's what do you call it again? Public
statement.
Yeah, that public statement.
Oh, statement. Oh, the press statement.
Yeah, the press statement. We are no longer. What was the word you used?
We are no longer. We are deassociating.
Yes, right. Exactly that one.
Yeah.
We are deassociating ourselves when I read that, it was like, I'm looking at your face. Get it right. I am. If you see him, please don't think about me. We are not.
Yeah.
What happened there? What happened there?
I think it's a long story, but I will try to put it. I mean, to make it short. VK came into my life through a guy called Dr. Waziwa. Dr. Waziwa is a huge fan. He became family. He always called me, Ollah, you're doing very well. He's based in South Africa. And also VK stays in South Africa. So, Dr. Waziwa made me believe that this guy is sort of a millionaire. Ollah, there's a guy who is a millionaire. This guy, I don't know, there's a helicopter, it's called yellow, VK. So, you know, sometimes if you want to go on a TV, you can just put your stickers and your name on a helicopter or something like that. So when I saw it, I was like, guys, I remember telling my team, guys, imbinga, ane pajosa. Right? I'm like, yeah, okay. So Dr. Waziwa then said, this guy wants to talk to you. But you are special.
Wow.
Are you for real? But yeah. Because the company inonzi chi yekuseva mari, like you invest in that, you capital. I said, okay, that's fine. I went on internet, like, you know, did my investigations. I'm trying to look for the website. I can't see the website. I'm looking for something to tell out this guy, you know, does this and that. I couldn't find anything. I was like, okay. Couldn't be Sinachi. No, it's a so Dr. Waziwa, this guy I talk about art. I want to comment section. I want to saka ada kukupa equipment. Are you for real? Then it didn't pay too much attention. And I for real, Nanas, I'm even grateful that he gave us the equipment, like my microphone, Edu, the sound card, touch somebody not time here.
What exactly? What kind of equipment did he give you?
He gave us my microphones, my headphones, speakers, 2 studio speakers, and also a sound card, a PreSonus. You know, is sure.
Okay.
I want to thank VK for that. I'm really grateful, no doubt. Because the guy, and my first time meeting him is the time he said, Ollah, I'm by Kapoto restaurant. Come take your stuff. I brought your stuff. Just tell me, ask your guys, my microphone is I went to Kapoto restaurant. I met the guy. I was like, wow, thank you. I remember even praying for him. Takamira. I said, let's just pray. Takatenda mwai. And for sure. So, that's how we started interacting with VK. And VK seemed to be that guy who was also looking for a way to get into the public sphere. But either my ways, how do I break this boundary, the pinde one? So he knew very well that if I get in touch with Ollah,
I'm good.
If I manage to get Ollah, I'm good. And it worked really well. Because the day I announced that we got this equipment from VK and people were just looking forward to the next show and people were complaining about this, people were like, Ollah gona shamari tafara zinzapo. And then he got more than I don't know how many thousand followers that day. People started following him. We were together. Then he said, Ollah, we need to start a business. He's a business-minded guy. Very business-minded guy. Akati, we need to start a business. Because if Katanga Chino, chine brand rago Ollah, tada uchitenge some how many people? 16 million. If you can such 2 million, at $10 or $50 each, look at the marriage. My brands, you are just giving my ideas are really big. I have this whole team, Scanner boys, guys, not my notes. Yeah, mentorship, believe visa. The guy said, oh, that's fine. I don't see any problem. I remember the meeting, one of the meetings in Grayson Park. Grayson Park. That's when Pagawea idea. I remember I was with my One of my close friends, Nicola, friend, another Nicola, she's based in the UK. So she understands business very well. Nicola said, okay, I think this guy, Vicky said, Twitter business, I think it's perfumes. Tagara meeting you. It's a business, Reggie?
Perfume.
Perfumes. It's to fire you, Bobo. Together, logo, I say label, I say that people don't believe. Then, the power idea, you could see, let's call it two kings. Two kings, meaning VK being one of the king and Ollah another king. Two kings. I was like, good. It's a good name. Nicola, I can design this for you. Even I got a person sister. Okay, Nicola, they came up with a good graphic, good logo. You know, two king, two in Roman numerals. Bobo, nice. You know, Chinchato come to life. So we're going to do like a 50-50 deal. Inini on the production side, Iwewe on the marketing side. But we're going to get what?
Equal.
I was like, oh, okay. To me, it didn't make sense. And then I come back to, but I'm not putting anything, right? Yes, I'm going. I don't need to push a chin to marry more. But he's putting money into this, right? But anyways, let's see. It's his choice. It's like that's fine. I was talking to Nicola. Nicola, what do you think about this? Nicola, no, it's a good thing. Let's push. I said, okay, no, that's fine. We all thought it was a very good thing. VK, because people were giving him money, right? So he said, I took money from that account to invest in the perfumes, right? I perfumes, I made South Africa, I packages of South Africa, are in boxes. Then he say, Ollah, the product is here now. The product, which product? The perfumes. Like, oh, wow, that's good. So I was about to launch officially the podcast. During the preparations of the podcast, that's when the idea of also launching the product of, this perfume on the same day. Say, can't we do it on the same day? Now, that's when I started feeling like, oh, the guy's now taking advantage of the whatever, right? He said, this is part of the deal. Let's just do the thing. Then I said, my guy, we need to put pen to paper. The agreements should be pen and paper. He agreed. But the agreement was it was now after the my papers are after a launch. But I said, okay, let's get to then before that, Muswe launch, that's the day Muswe launch Maxine. That's the day Randagata gonna product yacho. That's not a tester. That's not a package yacho, except for the picture. So I was say launch. Let's go downstairs. To him, it was okay, but I was also excited that the product the Apple. Launch business. Let's launch this thing. Let's auction it. Let people buy it for $50, $100. Like, my guy, this is a small bottle, like a 50 ml. We want us to sell it at $500 or $50. He's like, yes, you should believe. You should believe in. No, that's fine. Like I said, he's business minded, but I feel like I'm depriving one hour. Even these are my fans and all. I didn't think that. No. I was hesitant. I was, hesitant. We did that deal. Then I think Android is a product. I was not really impressed. I was now taking a step back on the day. I'm talking to my lawyer, saying, no, this is the Ollah7 podcast event. It's an official launch. Why launch two things on the same day? Can't you have your perfume launch a separate day? My lawyer asked me, Saka, why don't we change the perfume? No. So why do you want to launch something that you haven't tested? What if people react? What allergic and what problem? I was like, whoa, what? That's true. But it was too late. He came up with the idea of the launch it as unveiling a big screen, but the board already, okay. On the day, I'm sure I received much of the comments from the people who were not happy with his sentiments or with his speech on the day. It wasn't that bad, but it was not about the podcast. It was now more about him being a motivational speaker. That's also what he says is also part of his business, being a motivational speaker. And at the same time, he made that event about him. Ended up, calling his wife on stage. My wife, come, let's show them we love each other. They were just, on stage, like the wife was actually pregnant. Then I remember people, people like, I asked Peter, why is this guy doing this? People were asking, but people didn't want to then ask too much. Why the relationship that I had with him during that time. But event yakapera tika vanhu vakanyorwa $50 torai nesquareti noma tokunyora $50 chazokuteerai mari dzedu. People were being chased. And I was not part of that thing. Because the money that came from that day, rakatengeswa perfume, I don't even know tikata mari, and aina kumbonya maoko mangu. He said, no, the doctor would do mari. I said, I don't believe.
But was it wasn't part of the deal, was it?
Remember, Papa's not signature. But I know that's fine. My brother, I think we need to sign this thing before. Tenda kumbere. He agreed. Ndova agadzira contract, gadzira chinhu. Ndova azoya change again. I said, no. I gave it to my lawyer. He said, no, Ola, you're being duped here. This guy, they go, how? Ndikataura sezvazviri nditanga ndiri kutaura ndichishora munhu akambondibatsira. The kundibatsira part I really appreciate. I think that's zvakanaka. The other part, the sure papa nika-exploit kakada kuitika ipapa ka-exploitation kakada kuitika katore nzvimbo. Samwe kakatitore nzvimbo kubva kakazviratidza kakamanifesta musi we-event.
Kakatora nguva michana.
Vanhu vaka-complain about it. I'm sure he also went through my comments achimaona. But ndagara ndazvati chinhu chikwa chiri kuenda kacho ndakamati my brother, do you know tinofanira kuti tiregister kana ari maperfume ngatimaendese through Standard Association of Zimbabwe, zvotestwa nemascientist, zvotestwa nechi zvoonekwa kunzi aiwa hazvina kana kukuwadza kwazvinoita vanhu. Ko tikazoresa vanhu zvinhu vanhu vakamuka vaine rush. Ko tikapa vanhu zvinhu ndikamukata kunzi Ollah apart of this thing ndikapedza taakusungwa. Now we are overcharging people, but kune maprice anogadzirwa for these things. We can just come up with our own price. We said, right, chingwa chedu is not nechedu for 2 kings. $5. People, no, I'm not $5 in Zimbabwe. My standards here. But there's a monesa. I don't know, kana bakadai king. Then I cannot continue to snap my paper Standard Association of Zimbabwe. Zvinhu mati makazvipinza kuborder. Makazvipinza sei, zvakabata jutere, how? I don't know story yacho yese mangoti chinhu chapo ngatititengesei. Ndona kuti kutotengesa marasha anopisa. In I cannot do things strictly. And Twitter gazama papi EYI. The guy was all over. My brother. Sandada notice that I think mfeso wangu pace yari famba nayo speed yake and squeakwanisi. Because he was either papa.
Okay.
Yeah, I got no. I told him, my guy, I don't think it's in oh my God, you got to office. I got a pass office. Kadano. Kuska, that's that press statement. My lawyer advised me to write that press statement as soon as possible because he had anticipated that you're going to after the aftermath. You just no, just deassociate yourself from this. Otherwise, as deassociated from the perfume thing. But if you want to keep, or maintain your relationship with the guy, keep it the personal relationship, not about this deal. Business. Yeah, so I'm still saying this with VK. I don't have anything against him, but just about the deal, I was not okay with it. You are allowed to disagree if you're not happy with anything. It doesn't mean you hate the person.
All right. Thank you for clearing that out. And obviously, because you work in an industry with different people, and now you come into a space and now you act like you are, not like you act like, now you are making it probably more than other people, right?
Am I? For you.
So do you have any people also in the industry that you know, that this one does not like me, or this one, or maybe someone you know that you stepped on their toes?
Like I said earlier, depending on, I'm not going to step on his or her toes. I don't remember if I think the way clear quick. I see happy with whatever that don't text even the following morning or the following day. Say, also, sir, I didn't know I'm very sorry about that. And there is someone who didn't know apologize quickly to just bury the hatchet first to move on. Those are dealing. So, I got so many haters. But pamoja 100 tokandimaga saka andikwanisi kuati ninga kandimaga vasingandiratidzi and I cannot.
But you know if you
but it wasn't nyingi. No,
I asked because I think the launch of the podcast,
yes,
I think everyone from socialites, business people was there.
Yes,
the same with on Friday. So I wanted to understand what exactly is your secret, because everywhere there are always gonna be people who would say, I remember just
exactly,
right? But you have all that kind of support. It's not easy to
100%. 100%.
Yeah, so that's why I asked. I wanted to understand what exactly.
The secret is simple. I always maintain a good relationship with everyone. I try, like I said, if I notice within the provoke Chelsea, the next message yangu, knowing that Andy buys Chelsea, my next message is, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did this, but I think I'm sorry. If you're not happy about this, or if you're not happy, please forgive me. I'm someone who apologizes quickly and genuinely. Even the guests, friend, so the next thing, when I do my stuff, I always extend my invitation to those guys. I don't need an invitation. So it means, that's why you're not even way say, I know we are to support Ollah. On social media, now people got surprised. Pandino invite waripo ninga garipo and like I said earlier, Andina, that's the secret. Maintain good relationship with the people. Learn to apologize. Don't be egoistic. I don't mind. No, learn to apologize. Learn to maintain my relationship. I think I'm someone who's very tolerant.
Yes, it's probably because of how we were raised.
True.
And when you won your award at the Namas as the best radio journalist, you said, Grandma, this is for you.
Yes.
So what role has your grandmother played in your life?
I'll spend a day or two
talking about it.
So I'll just say my grandmother played a major role in my life. For me to be the person that I am today is because of her. My spirituality, because of her. Raise in a way that I'm in the same manner that I raise on. I'm so close kwavari so that share nya ukaswetara nyana mbuyo wangu nofunga kuti friend yangu. And that way I can talk about everything na gogo wangu. Tichikonja well. So manangu is as it is. I look at her age. She's 86. I'm like, gogo vandara ichokwadi. Hapo handa tosbada. And I won't make the same mistake. Manangu easy. Unawatanda kupi? Wanawasena naba. So kwandiri she's like a guide. I know nguwe kufaija kwana kwangu kana kwao. And the biggest fear in life mangu is to lose my grandmother. Ndichivaona every day I wake up. Ndinawo kumba kwangu right now. Ndakati kukuchisene zvokuruzeva kudhara. Kati uyamugare kuno kumi makamba chana kukuchengeta. It's now my turn to look after you, right? Ndinchiva that gogo zvamaka play a role yenyu life mangu yakakurisa. So my biggest fear is to lose her. Each time ndochifunga almost every day. But asi ndikufungire zvekufa. But ndichifunga nyaya yekuti vari kukura, she's aging, but at the same time I don't want to lose this person. I don't want. So kuchechi chinamato handiti mabasa shungu dzekushanda, not to select zvinhu muupenyu. Accept every situation as they come. Yeah, as it is. Yawe yakamira sei situation yo, accept it, move on. Don't keep my grudges. Gogo wangu munhu akafanya kuti ndikauti gogo wangu akagumbukira ani anochigumbura ndo anaona nani avana munhu awataure naye anoza ndingakabonitadzira pakati katoseka ndakatomuregerera. So I learned that kubva kwavari but zvoshoka vakandiudza chinhu wani chekuti mwanangu ukagumburwa naNoma as an example kana Noma akakugumburisa Noma antondojesadza atorimedza but iwe nechigumbu pane chibhonzo chatinogara pauro watsamwa chacho ndiwo sakagona kumedza sadza asi munhu akugumbuza chose achitodya ukamugumbukira for 5 days over 5 years you are the one who is carrying the burden, not munhu akugumburisa. So why waste time carrying the burden of someone who is not even caring kuti uri kufungei? Someone who probably atokanganwa kuti wakamukanya uri kuona nyanza anenge atodhibha kuti wakamukanya. So izvozvozvo zvinhu zvandakaona kuti ndakadzidza kwavari.
Yeah. Thank you. I think if you want me to have Mr. Madondo again on the podcast, isai pakba comments, because at this point I think we've exceeded the time, right? But before we close off, what's your word of advice to a young aspiring individual who wants to get into the media space? Make it short.
I'll make it short.
Yes.
The media space is not good as people might think it is. If you're a young girl who want to become a journalist, a radio presenter, a podcaster, young girl, young women, please know that one of my former bosses wakatiudza kuti uri kupinda mu devil's there's a name yakaitaura jungle or something like that. Muri kupinda amuna kumira ball. You see lots of women in media are not married. Kudos to those who are married, but most of them, they are not married. If you ask why, probably won't share my answers, but I have some answers. One day I'll reply. I will give you those. I'll explain to you.
Okay.
Most of the young women in media are not married. It's very difficult. Also, if you become a star like you are today, usina kurorwa, it's going to be also very difficult for you. Unika sense of entitlement because you're a star. The guy who's coming into your life sometimes, you don't know, but the guy who's coming into your life, are insecure sort of public eye. So probably like you're on the market, like we are always on the display. Display, you know, so those no fungwa nevanu vavechirume vachiona young women anenge public, right? So advice yangu ndeyekuti get married first. Plan your life wisely, get married first, then ozonyasoendera mberi necareer. Ndokunge mwari waitira wanyacha because unosangana nemwe murume asingadi upeswe nechifuti necareer. So either you choose career or marriage. That's why yona vamwe vakadzi vazhinji vachichoose marriage, vachichoose career yavo kuti hazvikurwa watozozvona bira kuita mujolo than because I can't leave my career. So to young men as well, my advice would be, guys, hard work pays. Never lose hope. Let no one tell you that you can't do this until you try that thing. Emcharamba. Usaudzirwe kunzi hauzvikwanise. You also have to try. Okay. Try it first. Zvirambe. Try it again 3 times. Zvichiramba kuti aizasisi zangu. And also, lastly, you should be able to identify what you are good at. Don't just be kuzigura uriko, kubora uriko, kuchochakati uriko. don't think you're a jack of all trades. Be a jack of all trades, yes, but
be a master of one.
One. Kana a journalist ndoza kune mabit kuti kune we sports news kuno chakati unonyatso shine star wako unotonzwa waga manamba kuti ini kwangu ndi uku kwangu ndi kuku izasisi zangu usaite zvisiri zvako because zviri kubhadhara Ollah. Someone might be trying to start a podcast right now, but you are not a podcaster. The next thing it will fail. Then you think podcast dzakadhakwa isina kudhakwa podcast. Someone might be starting chimwe chinhu, but because you're not gifted in that area, azvishande. Identify pane chipo chako. Do it so well. Chero zvichiramba patime iyo chero zvichida mafinance usina, but pari pako you will get people chakusponsor and you will get far.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Madondo. My last thing, rapid fire questions. Answer as fast as you can. If you're late, we move forward. It's like 5 questions. First one, first thing you do when you wake up?
Brush my teeth.
Favorite Zimbabwean artist?
Winky D.
If you weren't in media, what career would you pursue?
Probably pilot.
Most played song on your playlist right now?
Makanonoka.
You love Maka. No. One thing. That brings us to the end of the show because I know that if we start this conversation, I know we will not finish. So, like I said, if you want...
Are you convinced?
If you want this to continue, if you want us to bring him back again, please make sure you write in the comment section part 2. If you want part 2, please do make sure that you do that. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, remember, we have a lot of shows right here on the Ollah7 YouTube channel. We have the trending news with Yaya Good Vibes. We also have on the sport with Ollah7. We have the spotlight with Yvonne and also Genius Kids. And on a Sunday, we have life and stuff just like you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. To make sure, I hope that you're going to have a lovely week ahead. Actually, I don't hope. We need to have good weeks until the end of 2025. We are not suffering for nobody. It's a year of good things all through and through. And again, thank you so much to those that came through to the anniversary. We really appreciate you. Thank you for the likes, for the love that you put on this channel. Please do share, subscribe, do all the things that need to be done. Otherwise, we love you so much. From me, Mr. Madondo, I'm not going to let him speak ever again. From me and Mr. Madondo and the crew behind the scenes, it's goodbye for now.
Thank you.